Christiana, Tennessee. Been a long time since we could build an igloo in Middle Tennessee.
See you in a bit. Thank you, Lisa. I want to get you outside now and give you an idea of the road conditions at this hour. We head to Williamson County. News 2's Joe Dubin joins us live tonight from Interstate 65 in Franklin at Highway 96. Joe?
Yeah, Bob, good evening from Franklin. I'll tell you what, when you look out the window at the snow, it is quite impressive, but once you get out and drive in it, it's anything but. We're live at Highway 96 and 65 in Franklin tonight. Usually the drive from downtown Nashville to Franklin is about 15-20 minutes or so. Tonight, it took me about an hour and 15 minutes to get here. The good news, though, only 2 cars I saw on the interstate, so people are heeding the advice and staying inside. We did catch up, though, with a few travelers and got their opinions about driving in this wintry mess.
It reminds me of being back home in Washington State, technically. It's nasty. There's ice under all the snow and, you know, just horrible.
Well, I've been in Hawaii for 40 years. I grew up in Toledo, Ohio, but then I went to Hawaii for the last 40 years, so this driving is different than I've used to.
Is there a reason you went to Hawaii to avoid things like this?
I did a 360 back there about 100 miles ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
You hit anything?
No, fortunately. It just slipped around, and that taught me to be a little more careful.
They're all very bad. Everybody needs to stay home. Don't get out unless you have to get out. Don't get out.
And Bob, that first guy in the piece we talked to, Nathan's actually a delivery driver. I asked him, so why just call in sick tonight? He said, absolutely not. Tonight is the kind of night where he makes all kinds of money because obviously nobody wants to get out and drive. Tonight, we're live in Franklin. Joe Dubin, News 2 at 10.
All right, thank you, Joe. Let's take a look at some of the road conditions right now. We start here 40 at Briley. As you can see, not a lot of people out, and the roads are covered. Now we will move on from Briley Parkway off to east of Charlotte Pike on 40 on the west side of town. And as you can see, not a lot of people out, and again, slippery conditions. And one more stop, you can see some emergency vehicles, or at least people driving with their hazards on. That's very common, like that truck is at I-24 and Harding Place. Now, News 2's Todd Dunn has a look at things in Wilson County.
I wanted to show you what the road conditions look like in Wilson County. I'm in Mount Juliet in the Providence area, just south of Interstate 40. And if you look down through here on Mount Juliet Road, you can see the road is kind of slushy and wet still. If you look right here, where the traffic is going down, it's packing this material down. As the temperatures continue to drop, this is going to freeze and become extremely hazardous to travel on. Most of the side roads in Wilson County look like this, covered and packed in snow and ice. Obviously, it's going to make it difficult to drive on, so if you don't have to get out in it this evening or tomorrow, just don't do it. Reporting in Mount Juliet, Todd Dunn, News 2.
Thank you, Todd. Well, good luck driving down some of those rural roads. Many are coated in a layer of ice. We had to drive at a snail's pace on River Road Pike in the Bells Bend area. And judging from the lack of tire tracks, few people braved driving down these roads.
It's pretty warm. It's real nice.
Snow and ice don't scare everyone away. Honky-tonks were the hot place to be during the snowstorm tonight.
Get to the shoulder, even better, get to a grassy area.
Plus, an important message to drivers who just might go off the road.
And you can see on News 2's predictor, we continue to have the ice in the southeastern corner, the snow coming in from the northwest, but it may start to break apart a little bit here over the next couple of hours. We'll have the forecast coming up.
It made a tough job even tougher.
Even just the regular calls for service, getting to those, I mean, because there's a lot of side streets and stuff that officers may have trouble getting down, and if they get stuck or they get in an accident, then they wouldn't be able to help anybody.
Now, we're on Fort Campbell Boulevard, where it's been especially tricky, but with over 78 accidents since 4 o'clock, it's pretty much tricky anywhere. So police are just asking everyone to get home safely and stay there. Live in Clarksville, Carly Gordon, Channel 4 News.
As we've seen all day, this storm is changing by the hour.
Yeah, we've got a lot more to come on Channel 4 News. Stay with us.
You see by those pictures, some folks enjoyed the snow, but it was a mess if you had to travel on it. Let's head to the Hermitage area. News 2's Christine Medella joined us live tonight. How are the roads out there, Christine?
Well, this is the intersection here of Old Hickory Boulevard and Lebanon Pike, and it's usually a pretty busy intersection, and you can see just a couple cars here in the intersection trying to make their way through. And you can see, even though this is a highly traveled road, the roads are pretty much still covered in snow. And, you know, never before have I analyzed the type of snow. You know, you got the big fluffy white snow, and then this snow that's coming down is a little more rain-like, but harder. It kind of hits your face and hurts when it hits your face. But on the ground here, you know, see, it's pretty fluffy. It's that fluffy snow, pretty dry snow. Lisa was talking about the different kinds of snow earlier, but it can be deceptive because underneath all that fluffy snow, there could be a layer of ice and slush, and that's the kind of stuff that gets dangerous on the road. So looks like in the Hermitage area, people are pretty much staying off the roads, which is a good thing because it can be very deceptive. We were over on West End earlier. There was a lot of foot traffic instead of motorists on the roads. What brought you out in this kind of weather?
Well, I was really hungry.
Tell me why you're out tonight.
So I could eat.
Why'd you come out here tonight?
To eat.
West End is usually pretty busy on a Friday night, but the snow slowed things down a bit.
Hope they'll make it back okay. Really bad out there. I mean, it's legitimately dangerous to be driving out anywhere today. I mean, even just little alleys, and, you know, even West End right here is just completely covered.
I'm actually from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They act like the world is coming to an end soon as a little snowfall. You know, I'm used to 6 feet of snow. And
so this is nothing?
This is nothing.
Most of the businesses in the area were closed, so the few that were open saw quite an increase in business, especially from students in the area.
I'm from Miami, Florida. I never see snow.
Okay.
I like it out here. It's fun.
Yeah.
Bake him and shake him, yeah.
Yeah, we were plenty busy.
Yeah, it's being busy.
Very busy. Excellent.
Is it hard getting around town?
It is very hard, but we maneuver around it. Try to make it right.
Yeah. Because you guys are one of the few restaurants that are open.
Yeah. We like to take care of our customer and make them happy, you know.
So you and Papa John's are pretty much the only places around.
Yeah, yep. That's what we do. It's just for customers, you know.
I have about 20 pizzas, about 10 deliveries.
Yeah, and that's because people don't want to get out in the mess like this. Back out here live in Hermitage, Lebanon, and Old Hickory Boulevard. You can see there are crews out here working around the clock. The snowplow on the front of that truck there trying to get some stuff done. See, we brought some friends with us to help clear the road, so, you know, hopefully they'll get some stuff done. I wish I could take credit for that, but looks like there are crews out here, you know, trying to make sure these major roads stay clear, especially for any weekend traffic tomorrow. Reporting live, Christine Medella, News 2.
Christine, as you know, when it snows like this, officials try to make sure those main roads are clear. Why are they so messy tonight?
Well, you know, Bob, ever since this snow started, it just keeps coming down, and really, quite frankly, they can't keep up. Now, the Metro Commission, they take care of all roads instead of TDOT, who clears the interstates and highways and everything like that. Metro Public Works, rather, they have crews out here to clear secondary roads. They clear A and B routes. They have the A and B routes. A routes are the most traveled. They clear those first, then the B routes, and then get to outlying areas. But, you know, they just can't keep up with the snow.
Christine Medella in Hermitage. Thanks, Christine.
All right, yeah, thank you for that. Now, people in Sumner County had to wait longer than most to see the snow. News 2's Jamie Tucker shows us the conditions tonight.